We're not
Exactly.
extreme. We're
Well,
not
that's-
extreme.
that's
I'm not.
That's why the election was lost.
You woke. Now you can. Now don't get me wrong.
Sweetheart,
Inflation, immigration,
this-
of course. But
Right.
that woke culture, they took the shit too far.
You got to watch my show. I know you don't get a chance to see it always.
Stephen A. Smith and Bill Maher have a discussion on Bill Maher's podcast where they talk about a lot of different subjects on Club Randall from Bill Maher. Now, Bill Maher does ask Stephen A. Smith was on a lot of questions, and Smith often gives some good answers, good insight, but at the same time, he got a few things up here that some may disagree with, but they do have a back and forth discussion about the kind of, how they talk about Trump and how much of an Islamophobe he is. And, it's a controversial topic enough, but we'll see what Bill Maher and Stephen A. Smith have to discuss here. So here's a discussion with Bill Maher and Stephen A. Smith. And if you enjoy what I shared in this channel and in this video, go ahead, smash the like button, share the video for our across social media, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the notification so that way you're notified of future uploads and updates. So let's go ahead and get into this Bill Maher and Stephen A. Smith conversation.
Because, so I'm at this party and there's like a lot of, I'm not going to say the name, but what they would call bold-faced names.
Right.
And of course it's after the election, but this is Hollywood. And I love Hollywood. I really do. I love living here and I love show business. And
I don't like the taxes.
Don't take it the wrong way, but the people here, they're loaded with talent. They're not loaded with smartest person in the room.
Right. Okay.
I'm not saying they're complete idiots. Some, and there's some very smart people in the business, some brilliant people.
Yeah.
But mostly, they're what they got was talent.
Okay.
So they're talking about the election. Of course, they all want to talk to me because they're like, "Oh, that kid actually knows shit."
Yes, you do. You do. You do, Bill.
Okay.
You do.
So they're like, of course, they're all upset about Trump as if their life is going to change.
Come on now.
Like, let me tell you, for the last year, people have been coming up to me at the nicest restaurants in Hollywood because that's the only place I go because I'm a baller. You know this, Stephen A. Okay. So and it's like, oh, Bill, what are we going to do if Trump wins? I'm like, you know what you're going to do? Go back and finish your $900 dinner for 4 people.
Right.
That's what you're going to do.
Yes.
And your taxes are probably going to go down like they did the first time. And everything else you could give a shit about.
They don't realize they make it hard on people like yourself and me who will vote liberal. But we're sensible. We're not extreme. We're not extreme.
That's why the election was lost.
You woke. Now you can. Now don't get me wrong. Inflation, immigration, of course. But that woke culture, they took the shit too far.
You got to watch my show. I know you don't get a chance to see it always. You have to see it Friday because my end.
Past Friday?
No, this coming.
Oh, this coming Friday. Okay.
Because my end piece is why I'm mad at the Democrats for just what you're talking about.
I should stay for the damn show rather than flying out. I should stay. I was planning on leaving Friday.
Watch it in
I should
person.
come to the damn show
we would
just
love
to watch.
that.
Just to
That'd
watch
be
it.
awesome.
Just to watch it.
You could heckle it.
Absolutely.
You could yell at the screen.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Now Trump's in president. Now Trump's president. I can make that joke.
Very rude.
Now, Stephen A. Smith was right with what he said to Bill Maher about wokeism and stuff. Wokeism killed the election. Wokeism ruined the Democrats and stuff. And the wokeism elements and stuff to woke is like basically being brought in a bad light. I mean, on my other channel, my main channel, Views with Hughes Culture News, go ahead and over there and subscribe to it. It cut. I was often been accused of, not having the right definition of woke or what woke is, not knowing what woke is. And when I give the definition, whenever they ask it, they don't like it. So it's like, times when they ask me what is woke, I respond back with asking them what is a woman, because the left don't even know how to, answer that question or are willing to answer the question. But the fact of the matter is, people in the African American community came up with that term woke as a slang term and stuff. And white liberals out there took it and exploited it and stuff and applied it to their lives and stuff while ignoring the African Americans. So this is also why, a lot of African American voters no longer side with white liberals. And quite frankly, wokeism did kill the Democrats' hopes in the election, because of the fact that, man, people got tired of the whole identity politics. They got tired of the woke culture. They got tired of being calling everything Islamophobe and stuff. They saw to the point where they're struggling, struggling once again, that the food prices went up, gas prices went up, all the cost of living went up, everything went up, and they're wondering what are we going to do now? I'm living paycheck to paycheck. That's all that mattered to them, and it seems I'm glad that everyone finally woke up. Pretty sure Bill Maher, as well as Stephen A. Smith, are glad that they woke up as well.
Very nasty question. You didn't even say hello.
I couldn't make that joke under Biden. Now I can make that joke.
Damn right.
All right, so here's the thing.
Right.
So there are all these, white boys are talking to me about Trump, and he's a terrible racist. And it's like, well, how could the black people vote for him more than each time? And they didn't vote for him a lot more, but men did.
Right, men did.
Okay, and I said, you know what? I don't want to speak for all black people, and this is where I need to tell you.
Sure.
You tell me if I was wrong or right.
Okay.
I said, you know what I think black people think about Trump? Like, is he a racist? Yeah, but they think every white person is kind of a racist. And do they think that white people behind closed doors talk like Trump? Yeah, he's just a crazy
That
person.
last part right there. It's not that. It's not
He
that.
just says it out loud
As black people, I don't want to speak for all black people, whatever.
No,
Obviously, I'm
because they're not all alike.
That's
at
right.
all.
Exactly. But I will say this to you. As being a black man, you don't look at white people and automatically think they're racist. You automatically know they're different than you, that they think different than you, that they come from a different cultural background and
Yes.
experience things differently than they do. So
Right.
that second part is very, very important, because when you talk about how Trump talks,
Right.
we're going like this. So that's the first time he talked like that, when he became president. Who the fuck you think you playing with? We know better than that. We know better than that. We know that ain't the first time, and we know that the people that he was friends with all of these years, he talked just like that around y'all, and y'all didn't have no problem with it. Don't act like you have a problem
And
now.
also had some
And-
genuine black friends
Yeah, well,
and
and-
black folks who like him.
Well, let me tell you this. I don't know if I told you this.
Because it's complicated.
I don't know if I
Life
told you
is
this.
complicated.
I wouldn't call myself his friend by any stretch of the imagination back in the day.
Right.
But I've told this on many occasions. I said this in my recent appearance on The View and stuff like that. Trump and I were friendly
Right.
before he ran for president. He used to have these boxing matches, particularly during the Tyson fights at the Trump
Right.
casinos. He would be at the Knicks games and stuff like that. And if we're being totally honest, all the brothers found him to be cool.
Right.
They found him to be very cool. So
That's true, because even back then, like, a lot of brothers admired Donald Trump and stuff for what he was doing in the industry with real estate, as well as the riches he accumulated, because of the fact that a lot of rappers mention him we used to mention him in the songs and stuff as a way of stating they want to be as rich as Trump. And Stephen A. Smith did eloquently put that point out there to Bill Maher, as well as others, that a lot of black people can relate to Trump once again.
let's be clear, because he knew his sports, all right? He would
Right.
say what he feel. He
Right.
bucked the establishment, which we loved, and we gravitated to that. And obviously, he was a
And
billionaire.
also,
so
he was a
just-
certain
so-
age.
And it
and
was
you
cool.
get a certain
It was cool.
understanding that white men of that age,
Right.
they're going to be a little grandpa. We don't say that anymore.
No,
But
that wasn't
like,
him.
is he really in his heart hateful? No, I think he.
I've never.
I don't think his motivation is I don't like black people. I think his motivation is everybody must love me.
Thank you.
And
And that's why, that's right there, what you just said,
It's-
everybody must
yes,
love me.
it's his narcissism. It's not his racism.
I have never called him a racist. I have never spoken about him that way,
That's
ever.
interesting.
Not one time, because I knew him beforehand. And he called me in 2014. This is a true story. He says, Stephen A. had a secretary, Mr. Trump is on the line, etc. Gets on the line. He says, Stephen A., I'm trying to buy the Buffalo Bills.
Mm.
The price tag was $1.4 billion.
What year?
2014,
Okay.
all right? 2013, 2014. The price tag was $1.4 billion. He had by $1.1 billion. I was being told he wasn't gonna get the team. He said, quote, Stephen A., if these motherfuckers get in my way, talking about the NFL owners, if these motherfuckers get in my way, I'm gonna get them all back. I'm gonna run for president. That's what he said. And some NFL official said, so it's our fault. Years later, they said, so it's our fault. And I went like this, yeah, because had he gotten owner of the Buffalo Bills, he would have been an NFL owner. Right. But I bring that up. Let me tell you the story. I bring that up because what I've tried to tell everybody, the Colin Kaepernick situation comes into play. If you remember, sports gaming hadn't yet been ruled on by the Supreme Court.
Mm,
That wasn't until around 2018.
interesting.
If you get a half a point, a
Right.
half a percentage point, that translates into billions
Right.
for owners.
Right.
And Trump was making the case and hijacked the whole Colin Kaepernick fiasco just to get the owners back. I'm telling you what I know.
I can see.
Just to get them back. To get
I'll be honest, I did not know this about the whole story with Trump and everything. And you know what? I mean, if that's the case, then Trump was right about the whole thing. And the owners wondering, oh, so it's our fault that he's president before and he's president again? Oh, yes. And we thank you for that, because now we have a whole level of appreciation for for Trump, not the owners. Because I'm a Colts fan. I'm disappointed with Jimmy Irsay with his cheap stuff, but that's another story for another day. But the fact of the matter is that, Trump wanted to buy the Buffalo Bills and everything, and then the owners got in his way. So he figured that he'd go ahead and run for president and make it harder for them. Why? Because his owners have, a lot of these owners are deep in bed and stuff with these different politicians and stuff, as well as the fact that, they have these politicians doing their biddings and stuff. And now they're upset with Trump and stuff because of what he's did, but they shouldn't have got in his way. They should let him do his thing and stuff. And now we have Trump as president once again. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to include any additional thoughts you might have with this particular topic. If you enjoy what I said in this video, go ahead, smash the like button and share the video far wide across social media. And if you ever done so already, enjoyed all the content that I put out there, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notifications so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Till then, peace.